Ever notice that, as soon as the door closes, your tastes act out of character? In your everyday life, you probably wouldn't wake up craving a thick, salty glass of tomato juice. But climb to 30,000 feet, and that very drink suddenly feels like liquid gold. Meanwhile, your standard chicken and rice begins to taste like, well, wet cardboard. We usually blame the airlines or the chefs for being stingy with the seasoning, but the truth is far more fascinating. In reality, the food doesn't change. You do. Your body functions entirely differently in the clouds. It's a genuine biological detective story, where the main suspects are physics and biology. Let's set the scene. You are strapped into your seat. Powerful engines are roaring around you. A thin pane of glass separates you from a freezing, airless void. The cabin becomes a desert. Humidity drops below 12%. To put that in perspective, that is drier than the Sahara Desert. This extreme dryness instantly parches your nasal passages, affecting 80% of flavor. Without a functioning nose, you are chewing textures. Like appreciating a painting while blindfolded, dryness is only the beginning of the system hack. The next stage is atmospheric pressure. Sensitivity to sweet and salty flavors drops by nearly 30% during a flight. An invisible hand turns the brightness of your senses down to the minimum. Salt feels bland. The only flavor that remains loyal is umami. This fifth taste is found in tomatoes and soy sauce. It is ordered twice as often in the air. Now you know it's the voice of your biology. However, biology isn't the only enemy. There is also the acoustics of the cabin. Have you noticed the thick, monotonous drone? This white noise is a psychoacoustic filter. Your brain is so preoccupied with processing the roar that it tunes out signals from your tongue. Try eating while wearing noise-canceling headphones. Food suddenly regains its vibrancy. A plane is not a restaurant. Your meal was prepared long before takeoff and flash frozen. It's reheated in a convection oven that blasts the food with dry air, stripping more moisture. Airlines must cater to hundreds at once. This forces them to choose safe flavor profiles. The result is a meal that starts at the middle of the road and ends up in the gutter. Fortunately, some carriers like Emirates or Singapore Airlines invest millions into food science. They develop menus in special pressure chambers that mimic flight conditions. They boost flavors not with salt, but with natural enhancers like seaweed or broths. Bright garnishes and colorful sauces aren't just for show. They trick your brain. Next time you peel back the foil and sigh, remember, it's not that the chef didn't care. Your body is performing a small biological miracle, trying to adapt to an environment. Stay hydrated, choose dishes with bold sauces, and lean into the magic of flight. Understanding the complexity of our senses makes even a simple tray more interesting. So yes, airplane food might seem bland, but now you know why. It is kind of amazing. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your next flight and stay curious.